How did you feel or react when you first woke up from the coma?
Oh yeah, I want revenge on the world.
So during this time, at any time, are you going back to your mom or anything? Are you guys having a relationship at all?
Nah, me and my mom didn't really have a relationship. Probably till like I got shot when I was like 16, 17. We seen each other around then for a little bit. But it was still like off. And I'll say probably like once I started doing like right before I started doing my state bid, or around that time I started doing my state bid, we started kind of like clicking again.
Got you. Okay. So at 16, you got shot during a confrontation that you felt was deaded, right? And as soon as you
Yeah,
turned your back, they shot you in the back. Where did you
yeah.
get hit?
I got hit in my back on my right side with a nine.
And what was your immediate reaction when you got hit?
I ain't know I got shot. You know what I'm saying? I know when the initial situation happened, like, I was a young nigga. I ain't have no kids. I ain't have nothing to live for. I was really on that. I was really on some I'm ready to die anytime, any moment type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, to me it was like, nigga, what's up? What we doing? How we doing it? And I felt like, that element of surprise to certain niggas that be, they pull out the joints, they expecting a certain expectation, like, oh yeah, we got dog on freeze mode. And to me, it was like, yeah, what's up, nigga? What we doing? I feel like that moment I called niggas bluffs, you know what I'm saying? And niggas froze up and they was the one who was up on me, you know what I mean? So, I say that, nothing, all right, cool, say that, you know what I mean? And I think maybe niggas felt bitch for that, you know what I'm saying? So when I turned around, niggas shot me in the back, you know what I mean? But I ain't know I got shot. All I know is I heard the gunshot go off. And when like the whip sped off, I'm like, niggas shot at me? And I turned around, I'm like, you bitch ass niggas. And I kept going, I kept walking. And it wasn't probably like a minute or two, you know what I'm saying? I realized I was shot.
So what happens immediately after that? You go to the hospital?
Yeah, well, immediately after that, fucking like I ain't have no phone on me. I ain't had like a couple of me circumstances before leading up to that day. Like I lost my phone, lost my wallet, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. So after I got popped, there was like, cars driving by and shit. I just had somebody call the ambulance. I went to the hospital and, kind of go from there,
So you ended
you
up
know?
spending like 2 months in the hospital, right?
Yeah.
So you actually were in a coma?
Yeah, I was in a coma for like, I think like the first 3 to 5 days, something like that.
Damn. So what was it that was so serious? Like the exact spot that they hit you, or like what happened?
Yeah. So basically when the bullet hit me, it bounced around in my body before it came out the front of me. So it went through my liver, it went through my kidney, but it exploded inside of me and only a fragment came out. So when the bullet exploded inside of me, I had like, say for instance, this is like your organs. I had like a whole bunch of star shaped from the bullet fragments
Mm.
in my organs. So like my organs was leaking inside of me. And in your organs, you have biofluid. So it's all poison, you know what I'm saying? So they had to like cut me open. That's what they call the zipper. And you know what I'm saying, they had to like put all these plastic stents inside my organs. And then, it was a lot of internal damage. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely, when I made it through, the doctors was definitely like, yo, like we don't see stuff like this often happen where niggas are surviving these situations. You know what I'm saying? So I was definitely like, the underdog. You know what I mean?
How did you feel or react when you first woke up from the coma?
Oh yeah, I want revenge on the world. I would say, that saying where they like, nigga, the old, when you go through certain life or death experience, the old you dies. It was definitely one of the moments where I was definitely having like like a spiritual mental crisis where it was like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? If I ain't give a fuck before, like I really don't give a fuck now. You know what I'm saying? I was really ready to go there.
And around this time, you got kicked out of foster care, right?
Yeah, probably like 2 weeks before that, or like a week before that.
Wow. So what ends up happening after you get out of the hospital?
When I got out, I had to heal up because they kicked me out prematurely because I was like I said, I was tweaking. I was getting into it with doctors, assistants. staff, the security at the hospital. Like I was really on some fuck everybody shit. Like you couldn't tell me nothing. So they kicked me out early. And when I left the hospital, I had like these drains on me attached to my stomach and my organs where I had to drain them out because it was still leaking inside of me. So I was still going through a healing process for a couple months after that. You know what I mean? But even then, like I was on some it's me against the world shit. You know what I'm saying? I had PTSD like a motherfucker. I didn't trust nobody. You know what I mean? I thought everybody was you know what I mean, out to get a nigga, you know what I'm saying, or at least set me up type of shit. So, you know, I was definitely on some, you know, those on some demon shit, you know what I mean?
Some people get shot, especially at a young age, and they think, "Man, this is a wake up call for me to turn my life around." You didn't feel that way at all?
Nah, I think that there's two roads you go. You know what I'm saying? I think one road is that road and the other road is the road I took. You know what I'm saying? You get shot or you go to something violent, traumatic in the hood, it's definitely a turning point where it's like, oh shit, let me go to the left. Oh, I bet, say that, watch this. You know what I'm saying? And I took the right, you know what I mean, on that street.
So, with you experiencing PTSD at that time, how long did it last until you started to experience some sense of normalcy, or did it just never go away?
Yeah, that shit ain't never gonna go away, even to this day. I mean, but I feel like in a way it's a tool, you know what I'm saying? Especially in our environment. I feel like if you don't have that them spidey senses like, oh, what's that? Or what's this? Or that feeling, I feel like it's something
Keep your
lack.
head on a swivel.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't have that mentality, it's kind of like you probably never really been through no shit, you know what I'm saying, to keep you aware of your surroundings like that.